Man is back.
Oh, oh my God, the man got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Call of Duty Modern Warfare commentary video for you guys. And what we're talking about is a showcase that happened last week, Thursday. And that was the Xbox Game Showcase. So we got a conference where Xbox showed off nothing but games, whether they're coming to the Xbox One or the, the Xbox One systems or the Xbox Series X. Again, they need to change that name or whatever. But yeah, we got nothing but games. Nothing about the console. Obviously, we know what the console looks like. We don't know exactly when it's coming out. We know it's coming out this year, around the, October, November area. We don't have the exact date, though. Nor do we have a price for the system. Nor do we know if there's going to be more than one version of the system. That haven't been said, but we got games. So let's talk about the games. So the first one they showed off was Halo Infinite. And we actually got gameplay, which is cool. And the thing about Halo Infinite is, even though obviously this is a game a lot of people, been waiting for, because, the Halo franchise has always been good and things of that nature. Halo, I'll be honest, Halo is not a console seller. Halo is not a console seller. And I've been hearing some issues behind the scenes about this game. So it's going to be very interesting to see if this game even gets completed or if they ever have to push this back. Who knows? But either way, gameplay for Halo Infinite is really good. Now, I'm not going to order in terms of what was presented next because there's no list that I can find that have all the games that are presented from start to finish. So I'm just going to go by based off of the list I have here from GamesRadar.com. Next on their list is As Dusk Falls. Now, they showed off a lot of games that are similar to Life is Strange. Similar to that. They had that, I guess that same mindset, that same philosophy, where it's like a drama-filled game and you pick an option for your character or characters to, do or display, whatever the case may be. As Dusk Falls shows the same thing. And I will admit though, the one thing I like about this game is one of the main characters is black, and it just happened that this character is also a woman as well, so that's pretty cool as well. The movement, but again, nothing here that screams, "Ooh, I'm gonna get an Xbox Series X just to play this game." No, it don't really scream that. Next on the list is Avowed, and I'll be honest with you, I think that this is the one with the arrow that was flying for a long period of time. We know nothing about this game. We know absolutely, positively nothing about this game aside from the fact it looks like a World of Warcraft knockoff. Some might call it a Skyrim knockoff, if that. But there's nothing about this game that, again, nothing about this trailer because this ain't gameplay. And I feel like there was not a lot of gameplay shown here, but there's nothing about this trailer that makes me scream, I want to get an Xbox Series X so I can play this game. Now, one of the biggest games that was announced that was in development was Fable. So Fable, I'm not familiar with Fable, but I'm not naive. I know how big Fable is. Fable is pretty big. So the fact that Fable's in development, that got a lot of people excited. Now, another game, when it comes to a new system, you can always expect this, and that's Forza. A new Forza is coming, Forza Motorsport. And of course, it shows how fantastic the system is with a racing game. And, it's similar to Gran Turismo for the PS5, because a new Gran Turismo comes to the PS5. So if you're a fan of Forza, then obviously you're like that. But again, it's not a console seller. Then we got the Gunk. Now the Gunk is interesting. I like the presentation for Gunk. We got like a little bit of gameplay, whatever the case may be. I'm not sure about that title. I'm not sure about the title. I like the main character because, again, the main character is black. And just happened that the main character is also a woman. But again, I'm not feeling the title. And again, this is, it looks almost to some degree like a independent developed game or whatever the case may be. But this is not a console seller. But at the same time, it could be interesting. So I highly suggest checking that out. Then we got Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. So I really like this one. Now, this is already out on the PC. And even on the PC, I heard there was issues with it. But this is one of the best games that I've seen on this showcase. So, but again, it's not a console seller because you can easily play it on PC if you want to. But this is really dope, I do say so myself. Then we got Stalker 2. And when I saw this, I was like, what the heck is this? I legit had no clue what this was. We were seeing a bunch of random stuff. And then they said Stalker 2. And I'm like, wait a minute. There was a Stalker 1? I was not aware of this. So on the next on the list is Tetris Effect Connected. So another Tetris game. So we got Tetris Battle Royale on the Switch, which is a fun game actually. So who knows what's up with this Tetris game? I highly doubt that this is a Microsoft exclusive. Obviously, you know, the majority, if not all these games that were announced will also be on PC as well for Windows. So do we even have Microsoft exclusives anymore? So, and the fact that they didn't say this is a Microsoft exclusive game, this Tetris, I believe it's also going to be on the PS4 and maybe on the Nintendo Switch as well. Now, another game that could have some people excited is Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide. So, new Warhammer is coming out. And again, some people could be excited about that, but not a console seller. State of Decay 3. Got a trailer for that, and that's it. So, very interesting. State of Decay, that franchise or that series, is big, but not big enough to be a console seller. We also got Crossfire X, and that one we got a little bit of gameplay mixed in with their trailer, and it's got potential. I will admit, it got potential, especially with the story mode. So I would say don't sleep on that. But at the same time, it's not a console seller either. Then next on the list, they did mention Destiny 2 Beyond Light, and my thing is, okay, this game is already on the PS4. So, yeah, I don't know why they showed Destiny 2. I'll be honest, I have no clue why they showed Destiny 2. And then we got Eberau. Now, Eberau, if you would have seen this trailer, you would think this was a Legend of Korra ripoff. And it looks good. I like the presentation. And it looks really good. That one could be very interesting. Again, it looked like an independent developed game. But, again, Eberau, do not sleep on that. If you're getting an Xbox Series X, I highly recommend you check out Eberau, assuming it's Microsoft's last PC exclusive. Now, next on the list is Grounded. This is probably the worst game on this list because you're little kids, but at the size of, well, really smaller than the size of ants and spiders and all that bug crap. And I'm like, no, I don't like looking at bugs like that. So there's no way, if I was going to get an Xbox Series X or whatever the case may be, I'm not playing that game. Next up is The Medium. The Medium is interesting. It got some potential. Need to know more about the game. Well, yeah, the gameplay. We've seen a little tiny bit of it. Need to know more about the story, so that's very interesting. Next up is The Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon. And I guess you could say that's a DLC. And The Outer Worlds, I heard, is a really good game. So that's really cool right there, but I do say so myself. Now, I don't know much about The Outer Worlds, but I want to say that this isn't a I could be wrong with this, I don't know. But this is not a Microsoft exclusive game. I could be, like I said, I could be wrong with that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I want to say that is the case. Now, they also showed Psychonauts 2, which looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. And was the first one a I don't remember if the first one was Microsoft. I guess it is, because, yeah. I would look at the trailer. It said Xbox Game Studio. So, yeah, I think that is Microsoft and probably PC exclusive as well. So, that one looks good. Now let's get back to the drama-filled games. And here we go with Tell Me Why. Another drama-filled game that is, I guess, similar to Life is Strange. And that one, again, is not a console seller. So, the games that they show here, really there was like maybe 4 games that had me go, okay. Or 5, really. Halo Infinite, because and I'm glad they show gameplay of that. Fable, Eberau, The Gunk, and that Phantasy Star Online 2. Those are the 5 games that I saw that made me go, okay. You know, but I didn't lose my mind or anything like that. I was just like, okay. Everything else was like, eh. So, now, PlayStation had like their own PS5 showcase where they showed off some games and also talked about the console at the same time. That was a much better conference than this one. So the PS5 one, I would give that one a B. But this one, I had to give this one a D. Like, it's straight up a D. There's no games here that is a definitive console seller. Not even Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is not a definitive console seller. The game that could be a definitive console seller is Cyberpunk, which was not shown off here. And again, there was no info on the system, even though I know it's called the Xbox Games Showcase. But we still needed more about the system. And the fact that we didn't get that, that was a letdown as well. And yeah, I had to give this a D. Again, some pretty good games. There was 5 games that caught my interest to some degree, but everything else was like bland. And the 5 games that caught my interest, I need to learn more about them before I say, oh yeah, now we talking, or anything like that. So there you go. I'm gonna give this conference a D. And I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is your boy New J Gatsby, aka the new Stupid Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.